Once upon a time, in a kingdom hidden deep within an enchanted forest, there lived a young girl named Elara. She was known for her kindness, with a heart as pure as the clear blue sky. Elara's family was poor, but they had a small cottage by a sparkling river where they lived happily, despite their lack of riches. One evening, while Elara was collecting firewood in the woods, she stumbled upon an injured bird lying on the forest floor. Its wings were torn, and it looked up at her with sad, golden eyes, without hesitation. Elara gently cradled the bird in her hands and carried it back to her cottage. Over the next few days, Elara nursed the bird back to health, feeding it and caring for its wounds. When the bird was strong enough to fly again, it hopped to her shoulder and whispered softly, "Thank you for your kindness. Elara, I'm not just any bird. I am a messenger of the fairy queen." With that, the bird flapped its wings, and before Elara's eyes, it transformed into a beautiful fairy. She wore a gown of shimmering silver, and her wings sparkled like starlight. "You have a pure heart," the fairy said, "and for your selflessness, I will grant you one wish. Choose wisely." Elara, surprised but grateful, thought for a moment. She didn't want wealth or fame. "I wish for my family to always be happy and never go hungry again," she said, her voice filled with love. The fairy smiled, and with a wave of her wand, a golden light filled the room. "Your wish is granted," the fairy said. "From this day forward, your family will always have enough, and your home will be filled with joy." With that, the fairy vanished, leaving behind a small, glowing feather. Elara placed it carefully by the hearth, knowing she would never forget the kindness that had changed her life. The next morning, Elara's family awoke to find their small cottage filled with warmth and plenty. The river sparkled even brighter, and the birds sang more sweetly than ever. From that day on, Elara and her family lived a life full of happiness, not because they had great riches, but because they were blessed with love, kindness, and the magic of a heart that cared. And so, in the heart of the enchanted forest, the fairy tale of Elara and the fairy queen lived on, whispered through the leaves, as a reminder that the greatest magic comes from the kindness we share.